Welcome to Mr. Chalk's Revision Tips. In this video, we will look at decomposition, conditions for decomposition, and the decomposition required practical. So decay is an essential life process which helps to digest food and recycle materials. Bacteria and fungi are the main groups of decomposer. They release enzymes to break down compounds so that they can absorb the nutrients. We can preserve our food, for example, by freezing or canning it. So decomposition is the breakdown of dead matter, which is often called rotting. Decomposing bacteria and fungi are the organisms that carry this out. So decomposition is crucial for living processes and cycling materials. So the rate of decay is the speed at which dead matter is broken down by decomposers and can be measured either by looking for pH change or change in mass and temperature. The rate of decay is the speed at which matter is broken down. So at cold temperature, decomposing organisms are less active, thus the rate of decomposition remains low. So this is why we keep food in the fridge. And as temperatures increase, decomposers become more active and the rate increases. At extremely high temperatures, however, the decomposers will be killed and decomposition stops. So if we look at explaining why in bioreactors waste material is broken down by the process of decay in order to produce biomethane. The best temperature for this is around 35 degrees. Explain why the volume of biogas produced would be less at high temperatures. At high temperatures, it would be because the enzymes produced by the decomposers would be denatured, so therefore wouldn't work anymore, and the bacteria or the decomposers would no longer be able to decompose the organic material. So with little or no water, there is less decomposition because decomposers can't survive. So as the volume of water available increases, the rate of decomposition also increases. So many decomposers excrete enzymes into decaying matter, which they absorb by dissolved molecules. So without water, these reactions cannot occur. So in terms of water, what sort of condition would give the highest rate of decomposition? It would be some sort of wetter or moist condition. And if we think that one way to preserve dead bodies is by mummification, if we're looking to describe the conditions for mummification to take place, it needs to be a dry condition as it stops decay from taking place. Similar to water, decomposers need oxygen to survive. So oxygen is needed for many decomposers to respire and enable them to grow and multiply. So as the volume of oxygen increases, the rate of decomposition also increases. So if decay is happening in a sealed system, what is going to happen to the concentration of oxygen in that system as decomposition is taking place? Well, the oxygen concentration will go down. And as the concentration of oxygen decreases, the gas that is likely to be replaced by is carbon dioxide, because this is produced in respiration. Gardeners and farmers improve the quality of their soil by adding compost or manure. Compost is made from dead plants and manure is made from the waste material left by animals. So once spread on the soil, compost and manure are broken down into minerals by decomposing bacteria and fungi, as well as other organisms such as worms. So adding compost or manure helps recycle materials so that they can be absorbed by new plants and used in growth. Compost and manure also improve the quality of the soil by increasing the aeration and water retention. So one key element that is recycled is nitrogen. This element is needed by plants to make proteins so they can carry on growing and repairing themselves. These nitrate ions are produced as a result of a long series of reactions by decomposers breaking down proteins and urea in the soil. So, if a gardener puts decayed material on his plants to help them grow, if we're suggesting wild plants in a woodland grow well each year without material from compost heaps being added, key things to talk about is that dead leaves or fruit or plants would fall onto the ground. These are then decayed, which will release the mineral ions from them back into the soil, which can be used by the plants. As milk decays, its pH reduces. This is because the bacteria present in milk carry out a chemical process to provide them with energy. This process converts lactose sugar in the milk into lactic acid and lowers the pH in the process. So the method used is we would place 20 centimetre cube of fresh milk into 3 beakers. Decide on 3 temperatures to put the beakers at, so you might have 5, 20 and 35 degrees. You can use universal indicator paper or a solution to put into the beaker to see what the pH is. Cover each beaker with cling film and incubate at the right temperature for a set amount of time. And then after 24 hours, 48 hours and 72 hours, go and measure or record the pH of the milk. And by that way, you'll see what temperature most decay is taking place at.
Thanks for watching.